like later down the line, we was able to pay our rent. I was even working at the time. I lost all my money. I got fired from my job. I ain't have nothing. So Bianca, she would take care of me and my kids.
And I was the only one working, and our rent was, I believe, like $484, $500 a month. I was only bringing in $600 home every 2 weeks.
She was making enough to just pay the rent, but we still had no money. We was just digging in the car for change, through the seats, through the couches. We was asking her parents for money all the time. Sometimes he'd be like, oh, I only have like $10. He'll give us $5, he'll keep the other $5. We started sharing cheeseburgers and stuff, you know. It got to the point where we was sharing meals. I still was hungry, we still was hungry, but we had to like save like our $2 or $3 for tomorrow before we can make sure we straight the next day.
And since I was the only one working and, you know, busting my butt, it was really hard. But then, you know, we came back up.
One day, Little Caesars, they called me back. They were just like, hey, Dane, we want to give you a job again, but this time we want to pitch you at a different store because you can't be at the store you came from where Bianca was working at now. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they hired me back in as a co-manager. So right off gate, I was on salary. Things were smooth. And then the store I started working at, this girl worked there, but she liked me, but she had a boyfriend. But I didn't care if she had a boyfriend or not. I was with Bianca, you know what I'm saying? She told her boyfriend that I disrespected her or something. Her boyfriend came up to my job with somebody else when I was inside working, and they scratched up my charger. They keep my car. So, you know, I was like, all right, cool. And next time I seen him, I knew what it was. My dude was like, hey. What's his face up front, whatever, they up front. I went up front, I said, oh, what's good, nigga, woo. I was like, hold up real quick. So I went to clock out because I didn't want to fight when I didn't want to get into a fight when I was on the clock. I went outside, took my shirt off, what's good, nigga, woo. I was about to fight one of the dudes, you feel me? But his friend was acting like they was about to jump me. I said, all right, hold up, stay right here. So I went to grab my gun off the car. They acted like they was trying to jump me, so I went to grab my gun. Nigga started crying, bro. I called the cops on me and shit. Police came. Then I had a meeting like the next day with the owners of Little Caesars and then her mom. I ended up getting fired, bro. I got fired 2 times from Little Caesars now. It was like around tax time, and me and Bianca was getting our tax check. And you know, like at the end of the year, you get to like claim your kid and stuff, get like a little bigger check. When I moved with my dad, I sold my computers, I sold a lot of stuff because I needed some money. So I had no choice but to pawn my stuff. So, you know, when I got a tax check, I was excited. You know, I bought a new computer. So I was on YouTube, just scrolling around. I was trying to figure out another way to like, you know, make money. And I seen somebody on there, they were streaming NBA Live. I was like, these niggas over here streaming NBA Live, running ads. I was like, man, let me try this shit. So I did it. First night, gained like thousands of followers and my money. I was like, oh, I made money off this. Let me do this some more. I was doing it every night. I did it so much, I started making like $2,000 or $3,000 a night. I got this little small check, probably was like 20,000. And what happened was I got this first check. I was like, man, you know, nigga, I lost my car. Nigga, it's time to go get it. I love the charger, so I went to go buy another charger. And that's when I bought my red charger. You know what I'm saying? I put like this huge down payment on my charger for like 10,000. The long story short, NBA wrote me a letter. They was like, listen, nigga, if you don't stop this right now, we gonna sue you. So I was like, oh, no. I ended up just stopping. So I had to find another source of income. But before that time ended, I had another check that was supposed to come for like 30,000 the next month. But YouTube ended up shutting my channel down. Like that 30,000, it never came. But I was looking forward to that.
Upgrade to watch videos ad-free, offline, and in the background. Start a free trial of YouTube Premium today.
Check. So it paid me right back in the hole. I didn't spend all this money on this down payment for this car. This check I was supposed to get for 30K, it didn't come. So, you know, but what I did was, when I got that check for like 20,000, when I put that down payment on the car, what I did was I ended up buying more computers. I bought like 2 more computers, like 3 monitors and shit. So I had myself set up for anything, gaming, streaming, whatever it is I wanted to do, because I upgraded my equipment, you know. So, you know, I had to find another way to make money. And I was telling B, I was like, I think we should do like this couple YouTube stuff. Because I knew about YouTube. You know, I was like, I think we should do this couple YouTube stuff. And she was like, no, I really don't want to be on YouTube, woo, woo, woo.
I remember sitting inside of the bedroom. Damien was inside the game room, and he came in the room yelling at me. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? He was like, I told you we need to do this YouTube stuff. There's other couples out here doing YouTube. We need to do YouTube.
Around this time, she was pregnant with Kyrie. She was pregnant with my second kid. And